everything that they're doing to educate. They're doing everything for their kids to make sure that they get the best education possible. Now, I want to talk about some of the bills. Before I open it up for questions, I do want to talk about some of the bills that are being considered right now in the legislature that I think are going to have a positive, significant impact on our community. You know, as a lot of you know, when the economy sank here in Nevada, starting in 2007, part of the reason why the economy sank was because our state does not have a diversified economy. So we depend on two industries. We depend on tourism and we depend on mining. And so when our economy is down, people don't come to Vegas. And if people don't come to Vegas, the casinos are not making money. If the casinos are not making money, then they lay people off. If they lay people off, then they lose their house. If they lose their house, they're losing their livelihood. So it is imperative that we diversify our economy here in the state of Nevada. What does that mean? That means that we have to stop depending on tourism and on mining. We need to make sure that we're bringing in industries like technology, manufacturing, aviation here into the state of Nevada. But how do we do that? You know, when I chaired the Senate Revenue Committee, I had a lot of executives from companies from out of the country and out of the state that said, you know what, Senator, I would relocate to Nevada, but you don't have a good education system. We don't want to bring our kids to Nevada because we don't want them to have a less than exceptional education. And so here's companies that wanted to relocate to Nevada. They wanted to bring hundreds of jobs to our state and diversify our state. But they said, we're not coming here because you need to be committed to improving your education system. And so this legislative session, for the first time in a long time, Republicans, Democrats, assembly members, senators, the governor are all on the same page in that we all need to fund education. That should be our priority. Now again, it's not all about just throwing money into a problem. You know, there's got to be accountability. And that is exactly what we're doing this legislative session. We're hoping that by 3 weeks from now, when the session adjourns, that we have a budget that will properly fund our education system and that will have a stable revenue into our state. Now, what are some of those initiatives that we're working on? I want to touch a little bit on some of them. We have Senate Bill 405, which is the Zoom schools. You know, right now in the state of Nevada, we have approximately 70,000 students who are ELL. Now, when you think about our high school dropout rate, just a few years ago, we were at 50%. Think about this. Half of our students were dropping out of school in the state of Nevada. So we were analyzing the situation and said, why is it? Why is it that these students are dropping out? One of the reasons we found is that these 70,000 ELL students, it's not that they're incompetent, it's not that they don't know English or math, it's not that they don't know writing or math, but it's because they're not proficient in English. And so for the first time, last legislative session, we invested $50 million in ELL programs to make sure that the teachers, the staff, and the parents had the tools to be able to prepare those kids to be able to stay in school and graduate. Now, that's been one of the most successful programs thus far, where we've invested money in the last 2 years. This session, we're back. The Clark County School District came to the legislature. They presented the numbers. They presented all of the results from using this $50 million in ELL students, and 100% of the students who were in this program ended up being English proficient by the end of the school year. And so it's working. Again, we don't want to just throw money at a problem. We want to make sure that it's showing results. And that is one of the bills that we're continuing to work. It's SB 405. There's various sponsors, so I don't want to take credit for these bills. I will give credit whenever there's legislators specifically who are working on these. But for some of these bills, all of us have been working on them since last legislative session, particularly Assemblywoman Olivia Diaz, Senator Mo Dennis, and I know that the governor has been committed to making sure that these funds are there. AB 278, Assembly Bill 278, this is for class size reduction. This basically requires that the Department of Education develop a plan to reduce the student ratio in overcrowded classrooms. Now, I know I see some teachers in here. For a lot of them, when you show up to their class, they have between 30 and 40 students. And in many times, the kids don't have a chair to sit or a desk. And so, part of it is making sure that we put together a plan that shows accountability, that the school district is working towards reducing the class sizes here in our school district. It is shown results that when there's a smaller classroom, that the students get more personalized attention and then they get better results. And so we're working on AB 278. AB 27 was just signed by the governor this morning. And part of it is, yeah, we got an applause over there, thank you. Somebody's staying informed. So what is AB 27? I mean, all you just clap, but it's a great bill, it really is. This bill is going to help reduce the teacher shortage. So right now, we have approximately a 2,000 plus teacher shortage in Nevada. So between now and the next school year, when it begins, we need to find over 2,000 teachers. We need to recruit them. And not only that, but we need to maintain the ones that we have. And so we passed this bill, AB 27, for the students who are dreamers. For the students who are here undocumented, that are going to college, which they're allowed to do. They're getting educated. They're going through college. They're paying their tuition out of their pocket many times. They're preparing to get a college degree. But before, when they got their college degree, they would not qualify to be able to be teachers because they couldn't apply for a teacher license. So with AB 27 that was signed by the governor this morning, now those dreamers are able to become teachers and accomplish their dreams here in the United States. Hay personas que nomás hablan español